Hello everyone, Tamara Dilk, Stampin' Up demonstrator here on the Gold Coast in Australia. I don't know about everyone else, but I am freezing. It's just really gotten cold here in Australia. Today I have a card for you that I'm actually going to show you a few different ways that you can change it up at the end. So let's get started into that. Okay, I've started with a card base of Lost Lagoon, and it is 21 centimeters by 14.85 and scored at 10.5. I'm going to be using the Harvest Meadow DSP today. It's actually in the clearance section, and I just checked, it is still there, but I don't know for how long. So either you might have the Harvest Meadow or you would like to get it. It's on special at the moment for $8 instead of $20, and it is item number 156494. Now, let me see. I have a sheet of Misty Moonlight. This matte is going to go on the card, and it is 13 centimeters by 5.4. And I have the DSP from the Harvest Meadow suite, or Harvest Meadow papers, which is 12.7 by 5.1. The next piece I've got is another matte of Misty Moonlight, and it is 10.5 by 7.9, and then the DSP is 10.2 by 7.6. So we've just got a really fine border here. And then my last matte is 11 by 5.4, and the DSP is 10.7 by 5.1. So these are the colors I've chosen, but you can change it up, you know, and you don't even have to use the Harvest Meadow. This is basically just a template for you to work off. So, you know, you could have yellow, you could have the Calypso Coral. I mean, that would look quite nice. So anyway, we're going to get started and adhere all of this down. And there we go, there's the first one. Oops. So this is a nice, quick and easy template that you could use for anything. It's just so easy. You can use whatever embellishments. You can use a sentiment. You don't have to use a sentiment. I sometimes don't use a sentiment. I like to have a few cards that don't, so I can choose whatever occasion I want to use them for later on. And there's the second mat, and let's do the third one. So this is my host code up here too, HHHSHFMR. If you don't have a current demonstrator and live in Australia, you can use that host code for the whole month of May, and I will send you a free gift at the end of the month. So that's for orders under $250. And here's where you can find my shop. It's tamaradilks.stampinup.net. And if you'd like to know some more about the fantastic rewards for joining as a Stampin' Up demonstrator, you can contact me at tamaradilks@gmail.com, and I'll get some information out to you. Now we're just going to pop all of this down. It's so quick, so easy. And I just like to leave a tiny little border there and sort of even top and bottom there. Then we use the second mat and it will go the full width of your card. So that ends up 10.5, which is the width of the card base. Pop that one down. And there's the third one, just like that. You can pop any of these layers up if you'd like to. And there we go, that's all down. Next, I have used some of the DSP to die cut the barrel or pot from the Earthen Textures die set. And I'm also using, get all these pieces out, the pot top, like that. So I'm just going to adhere those together. Just like that. Make sure that's even. Yes, it is. And then I have some of these. This is the matte metallic specialty paper. It comes in a set of 3. You get the 2 sheets of each. You get the matte, iridescent and metallic. So I've just die cut the foliage out of these. I think I'm going to have to shorten these. And I don't know how many of these I'm going to use, but I'm going to actually pop this up. Using our dimensionals. And we'll just put a couple of small ones on as well. Ooh, stuck to my nail. That was clever. And down here. I think I might put it off center a bit. We'll have a look. Tuck these in. I think I want that one there. I think that looks great. I'll just make sure I'm happy with this placement. I think I might do it right there. Okay, and I'll get some glue on my stem here. Sort of wanted that off on an angle. And I haven't decided whether to pop that up or not. Actually, I think I like it flat. So what I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on the back. And it came through. Okay, and then pop these ones in. And then this one, and I've got some exciting news to share with you today. I found out I'm going to be a first-time grandmother, so I am very excited. Only one problem is my daughter lives a 4.5-hour plane flight away, and she wants me there for the birth, so that might be a bit hard. I'm sort of thinking if I go up there maybe a week earlier and organise to stay 2 weeks after that, and hopefully organising it that way I'll get lucky. Hopefully she doesn't go more than a week early. But I am rather excited about that. I think we're going to end up doing lots of Zoom calls. Okay, so that's the outside of my card. I'm not going to put a sentiment on it yet. I'm going to wait with this one. And now to do the inside of the card, I have a matte of Misty Moonlight, which is 14.4 by 10. And then I have some basic white, which is 14 by 9.6. Now what I might do is use the Earthen Textures stamp. I've chosen this image here, and I've got some Lost Lagoon. So I'll just stamp that as a border in a few places. And if you want it a bit lighter, you can do your second generation stamping as well, like that. And that looks quite good, so we'll do that again down here. And I might do the same on the other corner. There's the first one. I should have done my second generation stamping then. I didn't even think. Let's stamp off. And there we go. Now we can adhere that to our mat. so. Just make sure that's even. Press it down. And then I've got 2 strips here. I've got a strip of Misty Moonlight, which is 9.6 by 1.5, and some Designer Series paper, the Harvest Meadow again. I think I might use the Lost Lagoon colour there. Actually, I think the colour in this was Soft Succulent, but the Lost Lagoon goes so well with this, so I've been using that. And I think that looks good, so I might adhere that down. Make sure I have my printing the right way. I like to finish the insides of my card. Gives a little bit more interest, makes it feel polished to me. There we go. Now all we need to do is pop that on the inside. Pop that in there. So that's that one done. Now you could add some gems if you like. Got a little bit of glue. I'm using my kneadable eraser here. Just to get off glue. Okay, and that's my finished card. On the outside, that's the inside. They look great together. And then I'll show you some different versions I've done. Just clean up some of my mess here. All right, now this one, once again, I've used the matte rose gold specialty paper, but I don't know if you can see in the back I've actually used the dots and spots die, and then I've used, just popped in behind and adhered on the inside the metallic rose gold specialty paper, and then I've used the wavy trim. And once again, I've used the Harvest Meadow DSP, and I've just sponged around the outsides with crumb cake on a crumb cake base, and also used pecan pie as the mats. Have used the brushed metallic dots down the bottom in the copper, because copper and rose gold to me are basically the same thing. And I've used the Cheerful Daisies die there to cut this out. And once again, I've just done some second generation stamping there, wherever I put it. Back in the box, of course. In here, so I've used this foliage once again, just done some second generation stamping around there. And I have cut out this, oh, I said that, didn't I? Yes, I cut that out with that, and I used the With Gratitude sentiment on that. And then on the inside of the card, I've actually used the brushed metallic behind the pecan pie. on a mat of Very Vanilla, and here is a strip of the metallic specialty paper, and I've just used the crumb cake on there to stamp the top image there. So that's the second version I've done, and now the third version I've done a tent fold card. So this one measures 29.7 by 10.5. So your A4 would be out here. I've cut it in half that way, and then I've scored at 14.85. I've just used a mat here of the smoky slate and stamped that image again that I love so much on the inside, just for some interest. And it also makes my cards that little bit heavier as well. In the background here, I've used the painted texture embossing folder, and what I've done is I've just used my ink spot, and I've just gone over with smoky slate on this side, popped my card in, closed it up and embossed it, and that's how I got that background image. The matte colours that I have used with these are Crushed Curry, Misty Moonlight and Calypso Coral, and they all go really well. I've punched a little sentiment out with my Label Me Lovely die. This one is retired, but you might have something like that, or even a circle die. You could use a square die. I just decided to give some more interest. And the sentiment is actually from the Colour and Contour, and that's You're Absolutely Amazing. And then I have finished that off with some linen thread and also the adhesive back sparkle gems in the silver. So that's all of those today. There's the 3 different versions, all using the Harvest Meadow Designer Series paper, which is currently on special. So get your hands on that if you can. $8. I mean, you just can't beat that. It's a super price. The specialty paper just brings everything to life. I hope you've enjoyed my project today, and I will see you on the next video. Thank you.